You done fucked it up. Sorry, I just decided to take a bit from Angry Joe there. But seriously, people that fly, what? Outriders. What in the world are you doing? Now, heads up, I saw, the reception my last video had. I kind of started doing the review for Outriders before the news for all the nerf and stuff and all that happened, before it all came out. So this video, I'm going completely off the cuff, just all completely up here. I just got home from work, and we're just basically going to go over my thoughts on all this. Let's get into it. So I had a lot of good things to say about Outriders. Unfortunately, after I recorded the video, and I've kind of read more in it today, I found out about what people that can fly are doing with Outriders. So there's been all kinds of server issues. Now, something I should mention, that once again, this happened after I recorded the video, but on Sunday, so as of recording this, yesterday, when I logged on to try and get some more footage, unfortunately, I was playing Outriders and I got kicked out. I went to go log back in, wouldn't let me in. I checked my internet connection because I'm at a hotel. It was fine. It was connected. Went on Twitter, saw they were having server issues again. So I go to Google it, trying to figure out everything's going on, and I see articles talking about nerfs. I'm like, what are you talking about nerfs? So, and they still are having server issues. Now, mind you, I saw on Twitter a little bit ago that apparently they're putting out a patch specifically for servers that should alleviate a lot of the problems there. But still, like, when they were announcing these patches, these nerfs, they still hadn't figured that out yet. That was still an issue, and they're sitting there, it's week 1, and they're talking about nerfing classes in a PvE game, a co-op game. What in the actual fuck? I don't even care. I don't care in this video. I don't care. I'm gonna cuss. I'm not monetizing it. What do I care? Fuck, 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 fuck. So, they nerfed classes, and their reasoning behind it was that some classes were doing better than others, basically. And they were like, oh, they had the gall to say we still wanted you to have the overpowering feel. The overpowering feel? What overpowering feel? When enemies are shooting you, those marksmen don't miss. They don't miss a single frickin' shot. They hit you every time they pull the trigger. And as I said in the review, I really hadn't done the in-game stuff yet, the expeditions and stuff. I tried 1 on Sunday, yesterday, and I couldn't do it. Now, mind you, the level it said I needed to be at, I was under-leveled, but it was only by like a 2 or 3 levels. I got massacred. I got through the first 2 waves, but on the 3rd wave, it was like enclosed indoors. I got massacred. Mind you, this game, you are supposed to be a living god, basically. The only other people who should be able to take your character down are other altered. And your altered is supposed to be like badass, so it needs to be like the cream of the crop altered, not just some Joe Schmo altered. Your character is supposed to be a god. And I'm having trouble with grunts. And you just nerfed my class. And here's the problem with nerfs. First of all, it's only been a week. Second of all, you have other issues with the game that you have not addressed yet. Third of all, it's not a PvP game. This isn't Fortnite. Okay, this isn't Warframe. I don't even know if... I haven't really played Warframe, so I don't know if that's relevant. But, you know, it's not World of Warcraft. Okay? It's PvE. It's co-op only. And you don't even have to play co-op. You can play by yourself. Now, your reasoning you gave people that fly was that you don't want people only picking like 1 or 2 builds, right? And, you know, just ignoring all the others. Fine. Don't nerf. Make others stronger. Buff the other classes that you're worried about up to that level. People were having fun with this power fantasy. This whole point of this game was to have a power fantasy. People were having fun with it. And you went, nope, can't have that. We're going to nerf you week 1. We're going to look at nerfs week 1. I had a lot of good to say about this game. And the game still, at its core, there's a fun game in there. It's not a terrible game. It's a fun game. But you had all the server issues. You had the issues when people were like getting kicked and then they were losing all of their inventory. I'm assuming there's other glitches, but mainly it was the server issues. And then you come out before you even fix these issues. People want to like your game. People, look at my video. My review had some critiques in it, but overall it was a positive, you should try this game out. And then there's some server issues, but once they get that figured out, play the game. It'll be fun. And then, loot. I almost forgot about this. Loot. So, the loot in your game is awesome. It's varied. It's very interesting. It's very appealing looking. I love playing with all the stats, with the different builds you can do, with the different mods and stuff in your equipment. So people were getting too many good drops in, once again, a PvE, a co-op game, not a PvP. PvE game. So you nerf the loot. You don't respect people's time, because it's like, okay, well, if people are able to grind old quests, old missions, you're not going to guarantee it anymore, the reward anymore. What is this, a mobile game? Is this Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle? After you finish a story stage, you can't get Dragon Stones after that? Like, this is what I don't understand. This is a game that people, unless they have Game Pass, are paying full price for. Why? Why are you limiting? Why are you nerfing loot rates? Why are you nerfing classes? I don't get it. You worried that people are going to get all the loot too fast, and then they're going to stop, like, lose interest in the game? First of all, making it where people can't get that loot is going to make them lose interest in the game. Second of all, make more loot. That's the problem. Make more interesting loot. It's that easy. If you want this to be a game as a service and not just a single-player experience, you're gonna have to do more. The current end game's not enough to keep people around. Literally, the loot is all that's there, and the people who are here for the loot, you're going to drive them away when suddenly they can't get it anymore. So you're nerfing loot, you're nerfing classes for no reason, instead of buffing the ones that actually... Because the ones that were struggling, instead of bringing them up to the other classes that were having fun... Suddenly you just make it where everyone's struggling. That makes no sense. That makes no sense whatsoever. It's like, hey, I'm hungry. These other people aren't hungry. These other people have food. Instead of me trying to go out and get some food, I'm just going to make sure they can't eat also, so we're all hungry. What kind of sense does that make? So you nerf classes, you nerf the loot, and you ain't even fixed the server issue yet. I mean, what's the point of even keeping quests open after you beat them initially if you can't even get anything from it? What's the point in doing the hunts? Nerfing what certain monsters you find, nerfing their drop rates. What's the point? I'd understand some of these moves. I'd understand the nerfs maybe if it was a PvP game. But it's not. It's a co-op game. You're not fighting against anyone. Someone being stronger literally only benefits you. If they're on your team, it benefits you. If they're not on your team this time, they could be eventually. You guys could get matched together at some point. I don't get it. It makes no sense. All you're doing is limiting the fun, and you're killing your own game. Now, once again, like I said before, This is the first time that people that fly have made a game like this. So I'm hoping maybe some of the devs, if not my video, they'll see other people's videos talking about this. Maybe they'll realize the error of their ways. Maybe they'll listen to the community and then they'll undo this crap and they'll they'll move it the other way. They'll buff stuff instead of debuffing stuff, and they will put the rates back where they should be, and they'll work on more interesting content. If not, just like someone had said in my comments section to yesterday's video, the game's gonna die. I really don't want to see that, because I see a fun game here. I see a fun, enjoyable experience here. It's there. It's in here. It's in this kernel. It's there. You just got to make it happen. But you're not. Instead of opening that nut with a nutcracker to get the goodies inside, you're just smashing it with a hammer and destroying everything. The nerf hammer. You're smashing it with the nerf hammer. So, yeah. I mean, I still think it's a decent game. But I had to say all this because, like I said, my video yesterday was generally all positive. So this one needed to be generally all negative because it was all negative. It is a WTF, what the fuck? Like, seriously, what the fuck, guys? Like I said, this video was very... I just got home, I sat down, turned the camera on, and I started going off of my thoughts on this. It wasn't structured at all, so I really don't know how to end the video. If you're enjoying my content, please consider liking and English. I can't talk, apparently. Please consider liking and subscribing. Until next time, guys, this has been Solid Shepard, and I should go.